Welcome to High Vibes for You. My name is Michelle, and in this video, I am doing a new series I created called Divine Messages. The messages that come through on this spread are going to be clarity, confirmation, or guidance. However it resonates, take what does and leave the rest. I am doing this individually sign-based, and in this video, we are focusing on Virgos. So if you have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, Jupiter, or Venus, this is for you. Also, I wanted to say thank you if you're a returning subscriber. I appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing on my channel. It's truly appreciated. If you are new, I welcome you to my channel and ask that you subscribe if you're interested in content focused on self, healing, and manifesting. So that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right into this. We're going to start with the Soul's Journey Oracle. This is going to be the lesson of this week. Oh, I forgot to mention that these are weekly uploads that I'm going to be doing for the week ahead. So basically to help you get through the week ahead with the highest consciousness possible, clarity, and like I said, advice and confirmation that you're on the right track. So for Virgo, please. For Virgo, 2 cards. Okay, so at the bottom we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And then the first card out, we had friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And then we have surrender. I can release my need to control. So to me, this is honestly you accepting responsibility for yourself. I feel like this is geared towards relationships. If it is romantic, it's the friendship in the romantic relationship. If it's family, it's that bond in between the two of you. But ultimately, this is you appreciating the connections that you have and understanding that there is a purpose to them. And if they're starting to, how to explain it, where maybe you're coming into this realization that it was for a season. Maybe you are understanding that it was for your growth to evolve you. Essentially, all relationships are. But it's accepting responsibility for your part in this connection, for your well-being in general, and surrendering the need to control. Surrendering the need to control the other person's emotions and actions, reactions, also surrendering the need to control the situation, the relationship as a whole, and where it's going, where it is evolving even. But understanding that these connections are here to help you evolve, essentially. And I feel like with the shadow that is around the center of these friendships, there is a shadow aspect. Maybe it's fear-based. Maybe you're afraid of a friend leaving, afraid of a romantic partner leaving. Maybe it's, if it is romantic-based, it's being afraid that the other person is not being honest with you. But it's surrendering the need to try to take action and control the situation and let just whatever is meant to be in that situation. And this is coming from a root chakra understanding. I feel like there's some type of emotional trauma that took place. And the reason why I say emotional trauma, it's something that happened that put a block on your root chakra where it was hindering you from moving forward freely. You were still holding on to this fear, to this thought of the past, whatever the case may be. And trying to control the situation as so that the same incident or situation wouldn't repeat itself. And it's like understanding that you have no control over anything outside of yourself. And you have to take responsibility for yourself, for your actions, what you can do, what you want, and you communicating your truth. And trusting in spirit along the way, especially with the purple that's coming through here, and using your intuition to help you make the best sound decisions when it comes to these connections. So when you surrender the need to control, if we're looking at a romantic partner, this would be like not checking the phone. This would be not trying to keep tabs on them, not popping up on them. This would be like releasing that and knowing that if it happens, it'll be revealed to me and I'll walk away from you. But being in that moment and honoring the relationships that have come and gone because of the blame card here, it's like accepting the responsibility on your part, seeing the situation for what it is and understanding the lesson of that relationship and moving past the shadow aspect that has been holding you back in your current relationships. So that was a lot, I know, but essentially it's you surrendering insecurities, doubts, fears, worries, whatever the case may be, even opening up. It's surrendering the need to try to block yourself off even from connecting with people to on a certain level out of fear of being hurt. You're understanding that everybody isn't meant to hurt you, and you can't control what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow of things and just hold yourself accountable and be responsible for what it is that you're doing and being responsible for your well-being. So in that same sentence, it's like, okay, if I do realize that this is showing similar patterns, trust in my intuition based off of past friendships that have revealed the similar traits, I can use my best judgment, take responsibility, and remove myself from the situation. I don't have to feel like I'm obligated to stay in this connection in that regard. So let's see what's going on with the Animal Oracle Spirit. This is going to be the energy that you need to embody this week. And one more time. Okay, there it is. My little homemade tarot card stand. So let's see here for Virgo. For Virgo, please. So 2 cards flew out. We're going to take the one on top. Now is a lucky time. Trust in the magic. Okay. And then be playful. So a lot of you guys, this is surrendering the closed offness that you are experiencing, like within yourself. It's you closing yourself off from connections, from relationships, and then you're being called to trust in the magic at the same time, which I feel like is essentially the truth of the matter. Because if I'm looking at this, 6 + 6 is 12. That goes to 3. This is community. This is about being in alignment, people being in alignment with you, you being in alignment with yourself, and trusting in the magic of this when things are in alignment and coming together and things being revealed. So it's surrendering the need to control when this happens, how this happens, and just going with the flow, trusting in the magic of it all. And at the bottom of the deck, we have clear out the clutter. So a lot of you guys, this is a new beginning for you in the way that you're expressing yourself. I feel like it's really a transformation, essentially, that's taking place within you, especially with you holding yourself accountable, taking responsibility for your actions, but releasing the need to control outcomes and situations that you're involved in, just going with the flow of things. It's you connecting to your inner child again, just being playful, being very open and loving, expressing this love, receiving this love, with the number 6 being here in the water energy. That's where I'm getting that from. It's like the 6 of Cups. It's like healing yourself. And then we have now is a lucky time, which is 49. And I feel like it's stability in your relationships. Just with the number 4, it's union with people that are really for you and that are going to help nurture you and your ideas. And then it's also you being in a state of wholeness, of completion with an old self, with the number 9 being here. So that being said, to me, this is you moving forward, clearing out the clutter, clearing out whatever's been holding you back here with this dark cloud or shadowy aspect. And I feel like this is also clearing out the shadows of your relationships, of your friendships, seeing it for what it is, and then also releasing those that you need to. Like I said, this is definitely some type of transformation that's taking place. It's time for you to heal. And in healing yourself, seeing the truth of the matter, accepting responsibility and accountability for your well-being, and surrendering your need to try to prevent these same cycles from taking place and just going with the flow, I feel like this is allowing you to clear out the clutter, making sound decisions and putting in the work where necessary on yourself, in relationships, things of that nature. So that's what I'm getting with that. And have fun. Like, it's time for you to start having fun. Let go and have fun. Just enjoy it and trust in the magic of it all. Is really showing how when you release that need to be in control, know everything, and you just flow with it, you get the fun elements of surprise, and it's not always heartbreak. So that's really what I'm getting. It's time for you to reconnect with your friendships on a deeper level and come outside your shell, essentially. That's really what I'm getting with this. So let's take a look at your tarot and see how it relates. And again, if it's not just your friendships You know what I'm saying? This could also be romantic and family. It could also be business as well. But I feel like ultimately it's your relationships as a whole that you're needing to come out of the shadows on and go with the flow of things. So let's see what's going on in the beginning of the week. We're going to look at the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, the end, the weekend, the overall energy of the whole week. And the bottom of the deck is going to be pretty much like the clarifying card for everything in this spread. Additional guidance, however it comes out. So for the beginning of the week for Virgo, please. We have the Six of Swords. So resolution and moving on. And I feel like this is holding on, like it's like new thoughts that you're coming to accept within what's transpired before. I feel like you're reaching resolutions in your friendships. These could be thoughts that you've been carrying, thoughts that your friends have been carrying, and you guys have just been kind of willy-nilly going through things and not speaking on it. But I feel like this, with this blue here and the blue in this, I feel like you're asserting yourself differently. You're coming forward. You're being honest. Even though this isn't expressing these thoughts, it's just moving on from it. I feel like in moving forward towards calmer waters, you are releasing the control that you once had tied to the way you were thinking. But you reach resolutions through clearing out the clutter surrounding these thoughts. So maybe you don't express every single thought and you just take accountability and responsibility for why you were feeling the way you were feeling. What was preventing you from moving forward with this friendship or getting past a certain level of comfort within this connection. Essentially, I feel like you're moving forward in a more positive way, a more expressive way. And like I said, it's playful energy here, being playful. So I feel like you're not holding on to anything that is of the past that has been blocking you from evolving in your relationships. You're just moving forward. You might not even express these thoughts to these people. Maybe these are thoughts that you weren't expressing to them, and it's like you got this epiphany and you don't need to express these thoughts anymore. But either way, you're going forward in a new direction with your relationships. So what's going on by the middle of the week? And maybe this is what you were doing before, just keeping these thoughts in, and now you're in a state of expressing yourself, but from a very responsible way, not putting blame on anybody for why you feel the way you feel, taking accountability. So what is the middle of the week? The middle of the week, please. What? Seven of Swords. So from the Six of Swords to the Seven of Swords, confusion and setbacks. I feel like this is because you held these thoughts in. The way it's coming out now, because you held these thoughts in off of negativity, off of fear of negative reactions, whatever the case may be, it's like the confusion has been illuminated by the middle of the week. And I feel like there's some decisions that need to be made that you may be uncertain of, or you weren't sure of what to make, and this is clearing out that clutter. This is clearing out the illusion, so you can really move to calmer waters here. So from the Seven of Swords, the end of the week, and maybe that's a part of the confusion too, not accepting the responsibility of the situation. Honesty is underneath this. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So maybe you weren't being honest with yourself in some of these relationships and some of the actions that you've been doing that have been causing the confusion or the setbacks from the relationship evolving past a certain point. But this, I feel like, is you gaining clarity on what this confusion was through seeking a resolution and wanting to move forward by the beginning of the week. So the end of the week, we'll take the card on top. We have Justice, understanding, and karmic balance. To me, this is you becoming in alignment with yourself. Like I said, the Six of Cups card, even though we don't see that here, but it's a healing card. It's something that you have gotten over, that you've been carrying with you, that you've relinquished, and you take your responsibility, your accountability in that. And in doing that, it's brought you back into this new, fresh start with how you deal in relationships, what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to put out, and the truth, essentially, like just the overall truth of the matter. But I feel like it's a deeper understanding as to what these thoughts were, because this is all thought energy here with the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. These are thoughts that weren't being expressed. Especially with the Seven of Swords, it speaks to deception, and it's not always like deceiving someone as in like trying to steal from them or something like that. It's sometimes an insecurity, which makes us confused on what it is that we're seeing in reality versus what we're thinking and processing out of fear. And so I feel like the justice is you releasing all of that and understanding things for what it really is and being able to move forward. You cleared out the clutter. So with the weekend, by the time the weekend comes, show me this weekend. Ooh, thank you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, recognition and success. I feel like this is you getting those breakthroughs in your relationships and your connections. You guys breaking ground and it being solid, more solidified. This shadowy ring being eliminated. There's no more confusion. You guys are able to have fun and be playful. Now is a lucky time for you to do this work. And you get recognized how you want to be recognized versus whatever shadow self you were illuminating that you thought people were going to see. Maybe it's insecurity, maybe it's fear, maybe it's codependency, it could be procrastination, whatever the case may be. Through you accepting responsibility for your well-being, doing the work, processing these thoughts that you were carrying based off of illusion is what I'm gonna say. And really honestly, it's like confusion for real, because again, it's like thoughts that you're thinking that aren't aligning with what it is that you're experiencing in these physical connections, which is why I said it's based off of something that took place emotionally, that you were guarded, put on guard at least, in your future connections or in connections existing as a result. But because you did the work, you understand things for what it is now with full clarity. You're bringing yourself back into balance. You get the recognition you deserve. You're recognizing people for who they are, and it's success in your connections. So the overall energy of this week, please. Oh my gosh, your video is almost 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. But the overall energy of the week, please. Look, the shadow, dependence and materialism. Identifying the codependency in these relationships, in these connections, surrendering the need to control. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. This is development and opportunity. Overall, it's forward movement. So I feel like ultimately this week you are working on yourself, and in working on yourself, you're working on your relationships, because you're going to show up differently to these relationships. You're not going to be in this energy anymore. And that makes sense. It's karmic balance right here. This is all about the shadow aspect of yourself. Realizing those relationships that you're codependent on, or vice versa. The materialistics involved in these connections, these relationships. But essentially overall, as it pertains to self, you're clearing out the shadow aspect of yourself here and seeing things for what it really is. Honoring your heart space at the same time and enjoying yourself. So that's what I got for you guys, Virgo. Sorry that your video was a little long, but I hope that it helped you in some way, shape, or form. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, and abundance and overflow. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go. Subscribe if you're not already. And I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, and abundance and overflow. I think I just said that twice, but oh well. And until the next video, continue to vibe high. Bye.